na na na. Put your hands in the air if you're fucking tonight. Oh na na na. Keep your hands in the air if you're fucking tonight. Oh na na na. Oh na 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 na. Everybody say it like. Oh na na na. Oh na 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 na. Everybody say.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Paige Campbell Show, episode 48.
What's up?
48. Obviously, I'm Paige Campbell, the host, Paige Campbell Show, and I'm here with Noah Clarke.
Hey.
Your boy, Noah Clarke.
Little shouts out to Richie Reezy.
That was Rich Reezy, our boy, Rich Reezy, better known as, does he want his real name out there? I don't know if...
I don't know.
It's you might not want, like, I don't think... Does anybody know Deadmau5's real name?
Maybe.
Like, Deadmau5 may just be a dude named Brian. You know what I mean? But it's like... Deadmau5 sounds a lot cooler.
Yeah.
Our boy Artum Rich, he's been on the show. He's a good guy. We've used the music before.
Yeah, we have.
And I know it's an audio show, folks, but my hands were definitely in the air. Once the mics go off the air, once the mics aren't hot.
It's party music.
Me and Noah get hot.
Yeah, we sure do.
If you catch my rift. If you're listening to the show, I guess it's too late because the music's over, but
yeah.
If you're listening to the show in the car, please do not put your hands in the air, even if it is...
Keep those hands on the steering wheel, folks.
Yeah, even if it is the truth.
Yeah.
Keep them on the steering wheel. We don't want to... I don't want any blood on my hands.
Save it for the club.
Yeah, for the club. 48, Noah.
Big number.
It's a milestone.
Yeah.
It's in 3 years of podding, somehow we have churned out 48 episodes.
Was that like 15, 12, 13 a year?
Yeah. We do monthly episodes.
Pretty much.
Basically, I mean, it's really sporadic. There'll be like four. There'll be like 4 1 month and then 0 for 6 months.
Yeah, pretty much.
We could maybe we could get on a cycle of a pod a year.
That'd be nice.
What do you think? Just a Christmas show.
Every year.
Just a Christmas show every year. We got to do something for 50. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe like a games.
Ooh.
Try to get as many past guests back and do a bunch of games.
Dude, that's true. We could do a gauntlet of games.
It'd be nice.
That would be fun. We could do every game. We could do every game we've ever done and introduce some new ones. We're going to be introducing a new game today, folks.
Looking forward to it.
That's a little tease for the end of the episode.
So stay tuned.
Not a game that we came up with, which is breaking tradition a bit. Normally these games are, well, I'm not trying to toot my own anal, but normally they're my brainchild.
There's been a couple, like Would You Rather.
Would You Rather is not mine.
We may have come up with the questions, but we didn't come up with the concept of the game.
Yeah. But Paige's Believe It or Not.
It's an original.
Noah's Ark.
Classic.
Yeah. I think Noah's Ark, I think there was some good reception for Noah's Ark.
I think so. I think we got a lot of positive feedback from
even though it'd be nice to have like
our moms.
Yeah, from our moms. Yeah, my mom was pretty hype about Noah's Ark. She was excited that I was doing a Bible game. She was like, "Paige, I like that you were incorporating the Bible."
Bible themed game.
You know what I was thinking?
It's a Bible themed name.
Yeah, it's Bible by name only. Maybe because we were trying to think of a segment for Daniel. Maybe his could be a Bible theme too.
We
Daniel
could be like
in the Lion's Den.
In the Lion's Den,
and he has to. It's just trivia, but you have to answer while lions are like naping at your feet.
It could work.
I think it'd be great.
We have to find a way to fund it.
Yeah,
lions are not
the funding's
cheap.
Gonna be tough. But I think if we sell it, if we put up a Kickstarter or like an Indiegogo, I've never wanted to be one of those guys. But I think we could get funded if our pitch was we're going to sick lions on our friend. You know what I mean?
Especially if they know us.
Yeah,
and have a vendetta
that's true.
Against us.
Like everyone that ever had a problem with us is like, yes, I will give you $25 to purchase a large cat.
Yeah,
and sick it on your friend. But yeah, you know what I was thinking recently? I'm gonna shatter the glass ceiling, not the glass ceiling, shatter the fourth wall here. I was speaking of Bible games.
Yeah.
today's Friday the 13th, right?
Yeah.
But big, stick with me here. I know this is a weird pitch, but Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
We're both big fans of horror.
Right.
I love horror. You love horror.
I do.
Both big fans of horror.
Yeah.
Right? Friday the 13th specifically is Friday the 13th.
It's a good franchise, yeah.
But, so I always watch like a horror movie on Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Try to watch a Friday the 13th movie.
Got to get one under the belt.
Yeah, gotta, yeah.
It's not a common day.
Get one below the belt. That's what's weird is like below the belt is like a bad thing, but it's like people always say they want to get one under the belt.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I gotta get
words in the English language we don't need two expressions to mean the opposite thing.
Yeah. I gotta get one below the belt right now. You never hear a boxer say that.
Nah.
He does not want one below the belt.
I wouldn't.
But I was thinking, so I was talking to my mom.
Uh-huh.
Great lady.
Sure is.
You know her.
Yeah.
But whenever Friday the 13th rolls around or something of that, something where I get to celebrate horror, Halloween, Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Your birthday.
My birthday, yes. That's horror for my parents. I always am like, I'm going to watch a horror movie, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, Mom, you should get into horror.
Right.
Horror is so dope. You get to see, I was telling her about this morning, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, how brutal it is.
A lot of brutality.
I was like, it's not that gory, but it's brutal.
Yeah.
Right? She's just like, I don't know why you would want to, like, fill your mind with that type of stuff. Right? Like, it's so, like, there's no point to it other than, like, brutality.
Right.
I was like, that's true, Mom. But I was thinking about the Old Testament's pretty.
There's some violence.
It's pretty brutal. Like, it's actually not. There's some stuff that's more brutal than
one of the most violent movies of this generation is probably The Passion of the Christ.
That's true, and that's not even the Old Testament.
Yeah,
that's the new.
We're not even digging into the.
They haven't even gotten into the prequels yet.
The prequels.
What if they did that? Like they made the Star Wars. Like they did it basically like Star Wars.
Yeah.
So they did like the death and resurrection of Christ, like the original trilogy.
Yeah.
And then
like the prequels.
Yeah, and then the prequels.
Like
and people were like, the prequels are pretty bad. It's like there's too much CGI.
Yeah.
If you ask me, those lions in the den did not look very real. But yeah, I was just thinking like kids get mauled.
Yeah.
By lions because. I'm not even trying. This is a weird bit I'm doing, because it sounds like I'm trying to dump on the Bible. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's a double standard.
It makes sense.
It's some pretty brutal stuff. What do you think is the most brutal thing in the Old Testament? Walls of Jericho is pretty bad.
That's pretty bad.
I mean, the entire Egyptian army getting flooded. You getting your phone blown up?
Getting blown up right now. Nah.
The entire Egyptian army getting flooded?
Yeah.
By Moses and his Israelites.
Or the entire world getting flooded.
Oh, that's true. Dude, that's pretty brutal.
My God.
I'm just saying, they could make some, like horror directors should, like, Wes Craven should really purchase the rights to Exodus.
Jump on that.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, purchase the rights to Exodus and jump on that, because there's some good fodder for horror.
I mean, I guess, like, it's not really the same, like, as far as, like, horror, like, you've got a serial killer killing for, the glory of killing.
Sure.
And you've got, like...
You've got a god killing for the glory of killing.
Not necessarily. But, like...
Okay, so the angel of death, if you don't put goat's blood on your doorway, he's going to come and kill your children, essentially. Kill your firstborn.
Yeah.
That's pretty horrific.
I guess so. It's pretty scary. I mean,
I
remember watching, like...
That's some paranormal activity right there.
There was, like,
here's the thing. You could sell that the paranormal activity, like they had cameras, you could totally sell it because Moses had tablets. So it's like, if tablets existed back then, you could probably also have cameras.
Definitely.
The whole thing's filmed off of Moses' tablet.
Yeah.
Pretty Bible-heavy episode so far. That's fine.
I don't mind.
But what do you think is the most brutal story in the Bible? What you got for me? Because it's weird, because...
I mean, in the Old Testament, like, the crucifixion of Christ was pretty brutal.
Crucifixion is, I mean, in our English language, we literally get the word excruciating from crucifixion. Yeah. So, crucifixion's kind of the worst
pretty bad
way to kill someone
pretty
ever.
Bad way to die.
Is there a worse way to kill someone than crucifixion?
Probably not. I don't know.
I mean, like, tar and feathering
That would be bad.
is pretty bad.
I think eating somebody alive would be pretty
This
bad.
is a new segment called "Is It Worse Than Crucifixion?" And tar and feathering, Noah, is it worse than crucifixion?
I'd say no.
No.
Not quite.
Draw and quartering.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's horses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But that's relatively quick. I mean, the thing about crucifixion is you're just hanging there,
Yeah, it's slow.
like, just kind of suffocating for like a day.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's a long time to die.
What's the one? What's the one where they? It was like Egyptian. They had the thing of it was like the shape of your body, a box the shape of your body, and it had spikes in it.
The Iron Maiden.
And the Iron Maiden.
Apparently, that was like a mythical. Like that didn't exist. Like
I don't think
like
that's
it's a myth that was a form of torture.
I mean, I don't think it was a form of torture. I think it was a form of
Execution.
Execution, yeah.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't really survive.
Is it
that.
worse than crucifixion, though?
I don't know. It's probably pretty quick too.
What is?
Probably pretty quick. Way to
Yeah,
die.
that's true. Is there another one that's like long and drawn out that's worse than crucifixion? The Romans really knew how to kill people.
Yeah, they knew their craft.
Yeah, they knew. I don't feel bad about Pompeii anymore. Hey, Mom. Is there a worse execution than crucifixion in your mind? Being burned alive is a pretty solid answer.
That's pretty bad.
Burned to the stake. Noah, is it worse than crucifixion?
Maybe it's up there.
Hey, Mom, come say burned to the stake into the mic.
Burned at the stake, much worse.
You have it, folks. Worse than crucifixion, burned at the stake. That's our new segment. Is it worse than crucifixion? I mean, I guess you could ask it about people. Hitler, is he worse than crucifixion?
Yeah.
You think so?
Probably.
I mean, is what he did worse than crucifixion, though?
I don't know.
No, not on the scale. I understand he killed 6 million people, but I'm just saying, is the method that he killed people worse than crucifixion? Guessing.
I mean, some of the experiments probably were.
That's true. He did a
Thing
lot
is,
of like.
Hitler killed millions of Jews, but crucifixion killed the king of them. So
That's a really good point. I kind of feel bad for. Here's the thing. When you think crucifixion, you think Jesus.
yeah,
Obviously, it's a
right.
famous story. But I kind of feel bad for everyone else that got crucified. Like, it's not that I don't feel bad for Jesus, but it's like millions of people got crucified, and because of that story, like, no one remembers them. There were probably some pretty notable people that got.
Who was it? Like Peter got crucified upside down?
Yeah,
or
upside down.
something?
That's pretty kooky.
That would be painful. That's
But it's like, it's the worst way to die, and just like
that's
no one
probably
remembers.
worse than crucifixion. Crucifixion upside
down.
Inverted crucifixion.
Yeah, there it is. I mean, I think what Jesus got was worse than crucifixion because he got like whipped
Yeah.
To the point of death and then
Yeah.
got crucified. So I think that's
Yeah, the flogging wasn't customary, I don't think, like for normal.
well. The way they flogged people back then, they had like shells and stuff, and it
Yeah.
wasn't just leather.
That's not fun.
Tell you what, doesn't seem like fun, but good enough for government work, I guess they would say back then, because it was government work in that time period. Free Barabbas, you know.
Yeah.
That's how I like the idea of like back in that day, like you know how you see tweets in that day about like it's a bad example, but Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like trends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I like the idea of like the hashtag Free Barabbas.
Hashtag Free Barabbas.
You know what I mean? Like
Trending.
We need Free Barabbas is trending. Again, Moses had tablets, so it was all it all comes together. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, okay.
Horror.
So horror, but we can talk about horror since it's Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
But in your mind, what is the most brutal thing in the not in the crucifixion, in the Old Testament? Because here's the thing. I don't think death count is necessarily the most brutal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
right.
obviously the flooding is pretty kooky, pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone died except for Moses and 2x2
It was Noah.
coming back to Noah's Ark. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It was. as a kid, I always got Moses and Noah mixed up.
Yeah.
Because like the pictures of them were always just
Bearded men.
Yes, wafy men with beards
And staffs. A lot of people call me Jonah. People get
Jonah?
Noah and Jonah
Weird.
confused.
I think Jonah's my favorite Bible story.
It's a good story.
Like I really think about it, and I'm like, pretty dope.
Yeah.
And it's pretty dope, and it's also like the least. Like every story in the Bible kind of has a point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It kind of has like a redemption or something.
Right.
And I mean, yes, Nineveh turns their life over.
Yeah.
But Jonah, in the end, is just a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like, Jonah's just like, really, God? You're going to let them turn their lives around?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah.
He wasn't for it. He wasn't for the whole Nineveh.
Yeah, it's just like, I just love how, like, non-redemptive it is.
Yeah.
Like, Jonah at the end is just an awful human. That might be the most brutal. Getting eaten by a fish, Noah.
That wouldn't be very fun.
Is it worse than crucifixion?
He was like swallowed whole though.
3 days and 3 nights.
Preserved.
But you're in a fish.
Yeah.
You're ankle deep in some fish acid.
Yeah,
Acid
would not be comfortable.
Yeah. It wouldn't be comfortable, but I think it might be worth it when you get shot out of the blowhole.
That would be fun.
Can you imagine how great that would be to just be,
be like Waterworks,
Yeah.
like King's Dominion, like
yeah, they should make that a ride.
the
Honestly,
Jonah
dude,
and the whale ride.
Honestly, I know it would be controversial because of other belief systems and stuff, but a Bible-themed theme park would be pretty dope.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna have to avoid the brutality. Like, they can't have like a crucifixion,
Yeah.
right? But you got Jonah.
It would be controversial.
It'd definitely be controversial. But I'll tell you what, not going to the Islam themed theme park.
Yeah.
At all.
Count me out.
Yeah. Most brutal story. What you got?
I don't know. The first murder was a pretty brutal one.
Ooh, that's
Cain
pretty,
and Abel.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
Just kind of beat him to death with a rock.
Yeah, that is pretty brutal.
That's
I like
rough,
that.
Yeah.
That's some brutality right
I
there.
don't know. There's definitely a lot of stories that
the whole Sodom and Gomorrah thing is
I always
pretty
thought,
brutal.
I always thought Sodom and Gomorrah
Because it
was
just
pretty,
like rained fire on top
Yeah.
of. And also, maybe the death count's not super high, but all of the plagues on Egypt are pretty brutal too.
Yeah.
You got locusts. Dude, the water turned into blood.
And I'm sure, like,
You know what I mean?
they probably had to live with those for a lot longer than is detailed in the Bible.
Yeah, that's
like,
probably
they probably
true.
just like weeks without water.
Yeah, because you
Just, like
think
blood.
because you're thinking like when you hear the story, when you're like reading it in the Bible, you think it's like, okay, so that one happened, then this one happened, then this one happened. No, it probably was a week at a time. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, and I think they probably stacked too. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, blood wasn't enough for you.
Frogs.
Have some frogs. Have some
Just a bunch of
boils.
frogs and
Yeah.
boils, a bunch
Yeah.
of growths on your skin.
Do you think it was all the water? Because I always imagined like just the rivers.
Yeah.
But now that I'm thinking about it, it's like if they had urns of water.
That's how they presented it in Prince of Egypt.
Prince of Egypt.
Like all the water
Dude,
just turned into
Great
blood.
film, folks.
Really good movie.
Go watch
Great
it.
soundtrack.
Was it a good soundtrack?
Yeah, I think it got like a Grammy.
Did it?
I think it did.
I feel like it
Couple
had Seal in
Grammys.
it. Did it have Seal?
It might have.
It might have had
It might have
some-
had Seal.
Yeah, because I mean, when it's raining boils and hailing frogs, what else could play than "Kiss on a Rose on a Grave"?
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree fully.
The kiss from the angel of death.
Yeah.
On the rose on a grave.
That's what that song's about.
Yeah, it is. It's about
Yeah,
the seven,
Exodus.
the plagues. Yeah. But yeah, like when Jesus did water to wine, it was basins of water that turned into wine, right?
Right.
So I'm thinking the rivers, yes, turned into blood, but like the basins that they had like stored,
Yeah.
that's just blood now.
Yeah, and it's just kind of sitting there drying or whatever.
Just
blood
O
does.
positive. No, it's probably A positive.
You think?
The most common type of blood.
Probably, yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not giving
Yeah.
out the. Maybe it was the most uncommon, so it couldn't help most people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like one guy it
It's
could
like,
help.
hey, there's just extra blood here. I needed
Yeah.
a transplant.
It could help Potiphar, but
That's
that's
not my type.
What's what? Be a Potiphar. He's got a pretty promiscuous wife.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. See, I think plagues most brutal.
Plagues were pretty brutal. There's a lot of stories.
There's a lot of one-off stories that people don't know.
Yeah, and a lot of stuff that's not coming to mind right now.
It's the nature of a.
There was one I can't remember. It was like Jehoshaphat or something.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
huge king that got stabbed.
He got stabbed and his like fat just absorbed the blade.
It just went around the guy's arm.
It's pretty kooky.
That's kind of nasty.
It's pretty nasty. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna sugarcoat it for you.
That's a good story.
Even though Jehoshaphat liked things sugar-coated.
Yeah, obviously.
Because he's a fat man.
Yeah.
He's large in stature.
He was a big boy.
So, I mean, most brutal, here's what we'll do. Most brutal, probably plagues, right?
Right.
The cap of the plagues is
Yeah.
the cap off of the plagues is the angel of death, right? Most brutal, you have to pitch one of these Bible stories, like hard pitch, to a studio, to a horror studio.
For a horror movie?
Yeah, for a horror movie. Which one are you pitching? I mean,
the plagues would definitely
probably
work
the plagues,
for,
yeah.
Like if you took it in like a direction where it's not like redemptive at all, like it's for saving the Jews.
Yeah, you just cut it off
from slavery.
You cut it
It's
off
like-
at the what's the Egyptian king's name? Pharaoh.
Yeah, the Pharaoh.
You cut it off at the Pharaoh crying over his dead boy's corpse, and that's the end of the movie.
It's just the plagues.
Yeah, it's just the plagues. Yeah,
Like there's no Moses even.
Dude,
Like, you don't
was it
see
7
Moses. Yeah.
because you could call it like the
think so.
7 deadly plagues.
Yeah.
instead of like sins. Like
Was
we
it
got to think
7?
of a name for it.
Might have been 7.
I think it was like okay. What we got: boils,
Boils, frogs,
frogs, bloody water.
gnats or something. There's like
Was it gnats?
or cicadas?
Pestilence. I think it's just pestilence.
Wasn't there like a swarm of like locusts?
Yeah,
or so-
yeah.
whatever.
They ate all the crops or something like that.
Is that the pestilence?
I think that is pestilence. What is pestilence?
The angel of death.
Yeah, that's the icing on the cake.
That's the last one.
Dude, do you think like, because nowadays like, your roommates get mad at you if you forget to put out the trash?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like back then, if you like forgot to do your chore,
Yeah.
like your firstborn just got killed. You know what I
It's
mean?
like
It's
a-
like I told you,
Son.
I told you to put ram's blood on the door.
Son, did you do your chores? Yes, Mom. Did you put the ram's blood on the door?
I mean, if I lived in that time, because that's a pretty crazy time where just like people are dying left and right,
Yeah.
I would always follow the Jews.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I'm Egyptian in that time, and
It should be obvious.
if I'm Egyptian in that time, and the Goldwins next to me, the Goldsteins across the street are spreading ram's blood on their door, I'm like,
Yeah.
honey, we got to get some ram's blood.
It's like these Jews have been.
I don't
really
know what they're doing, but
Doing all right.
yeah, like I love bacon as much as the next guy, but in that time I'm kosher because
Yeah.
I'm just like I don't know what's happening. Like
Yeah.
I will risk.
Honestly, if I was Pharaoh, it would have taken one plague.
Yeah, one
I would
plague.
have gotten rid of my entire.
Which one was the first one?
I don't remember.
Because the first one might have been like a softball.
Yeah.
What was the first plague, Mom, in the Pharaoh story? On the spot, pastor's wife here. There were 7, right? Yeah. We
think
don't even. We couldn't even name all 7.
the frogs would have been a cool one.
Frogs would have been neat. I would have just. Oh, dark. That's right. It was dark
it
for
was
like
just,
24
dark.
hours.
I think that was the last one.
Yeah, right. We got that. If water supply into blood is the first one, I'm done. I'm like, yeah, let's let these Jews go.
Yeah.
Let my people go. You know what I mean?
I think the blood in the water might have been the first one.
Blood into wine. Yeah, if blood into water is the first one, I'm definitely like, come on, Pharaoh.
I don't know.
We gotta let these.
Yeah.
Dude, we gotta let
It's
the
like-
Goldsteins go.
It's like, if there's more coming, then
We gotta. That might have been Moses' last name.
yeah.
You never hear his last name. Moses.
Moses Goldstein.
Moses Feinstein. Yeah, Moses Berkowitz. Yeah. Moses Berkowitz. But how else are you gonna get the Sphinx up?
Yeah. They were mid construction of the Sphinx.
Yeah. That's why he doesn't have a nose, because the Jews got away. The Egyptians like, I'm not finishing it.
The Jews had to save the nose for last because it was the largest part of the.
Yeah, if
in the architect's
ever
mind.
a race knew noses. It's kind of weird that I feel like the Jews as a people have been through a lot.
Yeah.
They've been through many hardships. It's kind of weird that it's okay to joke about them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's fine.
Yeah. Nobody's like
you should really
protesting it.
Yeah, you really should take Jew lives matter.
Yeah. That's a good point.
But you know what I mean? Like it's pretty like their track record is pretty mind blowing.
Yeah.
You got Holocaust.
The Holocaust was bad.
You got hundreds of years of slavery.
Yeah.
From Egypt. Why wasn't there a Moses during the Holocaust?
It was Winston
Schindler.
Winston Churchill.
But I'm just saying, why wasn't there some rivers being turned into blood in Germany? You know what I mean? Why wasn't there some pestilence in Germany?
I don't know.
Because that seems like it was even worse.
Yeah.
Was it? I don't know if it was worse.
I don't know.
Like, it was definitely more evil, I think.
But
I mean, it was like the Egyptians had them in slavery for like hundreds of years.
Yeah.
So
probably was like hundreds of years then, rather than like what?
And the Holocaust was awful, but it was like 4 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I think if it went on for 100 years,
eventually,
yeah, got it on. Like, can we get some frogs in there? Can we throw some?
Yeah. Instead, it was just a.
If it went on for 100 years, some bush would have started burning.
Yeah.
And there would have been a Moses.
Yeah.
Moses point 2. That's what we could do, man. Instead of making the sequels,
Yeah.
or instead of making the prequels, I guess, instead of making the horror, pestilence,
Right.
horror 7. What are they called? The
plagues.
The plagues. Yeah. Instead of making that movie,
Yeah.
I like that idea. We can put that one on the back burner.
Yeah.
We could do like an alternate timeline where the Nazis like ruled for 100 years.
Yeah.
And there's a second Moses.
It's like his
Think about
ancestor,
it.
his like long descendant.
Yeah,
like,
because then they cross the beaches of Normandy and it like opens up.
Yeah.
And they run through and it closes up on all the Germans.
it could be like what like 2040 or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, this Holocaust has been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
And he's doing some research on Ancestry.com. And he's like, Moses was my ancestor.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, an email pops up. And
Yeah.
it's like from God.
Yeah.
It's like a little burning bush emoji.
Yeah.
or
Emoji.
something.
Yeah.
It's like, what is this?
It's just the fire.
I can't X out of it.
Yeah.
It's like
You're being Skyped by
a DM.
Yeah,
Like, Moses, I need you to
God
go.
slid into my DMs.
Yeah.
Der Fuhrer, let mine people go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's
Technically,
make it.
wouldn't be Hitler by then. 100
I mean, it would
years
still
from the Holocaust.
Der Fuhrer though. It'd still be a Fuhrer.
Would be Mecha Hitler by then.
It probably would be Mecha Hitler. We're just gonna make Wolfenstein the movie. Basically, is BJ
But with
Blazkowicz
Moses as the main protagonist.
Yeah, instead of BJ, we're gonna replace BJ Blazkowicz with Moses.
It could work.
Dude, I think it'd be a solid film. I'd definitely watch it if someone
Yeah.
else made it. Not gonna make it though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty.
It was the
pretty
time.
goofy. Yeah. Unless I have the budget to do it in IMAX. Not doing it.
IMAX or nothing.
I've been thinking about speaking of IMAX. They got these websites
Mm-hmm.
where maybe I shouldn't say that. Someone might steal the idea.
Yeah.
But they got these websites where you can put video through like a filter
Mm-hmm.
and put like the blue and red like overlay on it and do like shitty 90s 3D.
Oh, yeah.
I think we could break ground and be the first 3D podcast.
That would be awesome.
Like, let's just do one. We haven't done a video episode in a while.
Yeah.
But we'll do one video episode I mean, has there ever been a 3D podcast?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I mean, we could be the next Avatar.
Yeah.
Like,
Call up James Cameron.
yeah, call up James Cameron.
Direct
He could direct
the
it.
episode.
I feel like James Cameron. That'd be tough because then we'd have to pod in like giant mech suits,
Yeah.
and we'd have to at the end we'd have to connect our braids.
Yeah, with the tentacles or whatever.
Is it tentacles? I thought it was just hair.
Oh, braids. Yeah.
Yeah, braids.
Avatar was a weird movie, dude.
Dude, in hindsight, it's a really kind of a bad movie.
It's not that great. Like, I get the hype.
Yeah.
If you watch it more than once, it's not
See,
that
that's
great.
the thing. I haven't watched
Not
it. more
that
than
great.
once. But I remember like having super cool action, but being like really slow.
Yeah. I mean, it's groundbreaking, I guess, at its time, but like,
Yeah, for sure.
I don't
James
know.
Cameron. Here's the thing. He must have sold his soul to the devil.
Yeah.
Like really, when you
No
think
doubt.
about it, because all the movies he's made are like fine.
Yeah, he's made like decent movies.
They're decent, but they're like none of them are like better than like subpar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
And they're
all
all
of them are the highest grossing films of all time.
Yeah.
Like he made Titanic,
Yeah.
and then he beat himself with Titanic with Avatar.
Yeah. By like a landslide.
By like a landslide. I'm trying to think what are his other movies?
I don't remember. He made
Do you want to answer that?
oh,
It's on my phone, but it's your Here,
Hello?
put it on speaker. It's Chris Corelli, folks.
Hello?
Are you doing anything tonight?
Chris?
Yeah, what's up?
What's up, dude?
Hey.
How's it going, man?
Oh, no, what's up?
Not much.
Are you going to any mics? Well, I guess not, then if you're there. All right, then that's it.
Wait, what?
I guess that's all I did.
Oh, is that what you were
No, I
calling
guess.
about? Is there a mic tonight?
Yeah.
Oh.
What mic?
What mic?
No, I called Paige. No.
You're on the Paige Campbell show. Full disclosure.
How did this happen?
What? We're just hanging out, dude.
Paige, no one answered the phone. I know that, obviously.
Is there a mic you're going to? Hello?
Hey.
What's
yeah,
up?
No, I don't know. We're just trying to find out if he was going to one, because we'll go to that one over whichever one we're going to find and go to.
Oh, no, we're back home.
All right, yeah, I got that impression. All right, man, this was crazy because whatever. You gotta come through, man. It's been lit the past like I guess 2 hours.
Yeah? Yeah, your Snapchats were pretty funny, dude.
Dude, I wanted to send you those because you had to keep in the loop, man. I mean,
Yeah, I'm glad you kept me in the loop, actually.
yeah, Emma's
It's just
hanging out with us now.
turned
She's over
into
here.
a casual conversation.
I gotta go. I'll call you later or something.
All right, man. See ya.
See you, dude.
I wonder why he was calling me. Was he trying to ask if I was doing a mic?
Daniel Snapchatted you, by the way.
Oh, did he? Well, let's see what our boy Daniel
That was
has
kind
to say.
of kind of funny, dude. That's Chris, past guest.
Yeah, he was on the Halloween episode. Why not have him back on?
Yeah, we should.
Because
Besides the phone in, he's gonna. I'm gonna tell him to listen to this, and he's gonna be like, "Oh,
Daniel
dude."
said, so Noah and I are coming to your house at 5:30, just so you know. I'm just gonna say Noah's coming, question mark. But yeah, like, here's the thing. With first guests, I expect them to be fine, but it's weird talking into a mic.
Yeah.
It's just a weird experience. So I kind of expect them to, like, fumble a little bit
Right,
and stuff.
right.
He was a natural.
Yeah, he was.
So he's good on the mic.
Listen to the Halloween episode.
That's actually a really solid episode. Sorry about the roast.
Yeah, I'm looking for that roast.
We'll get it to you eventually. It's tied up in limbo. But we have it. It's not gone.
Yeah,
We'll get it to you next week or so.
it'll be there.
Fingers crossed.
Hope so.
But yeah. So he's a natural.
Yeah.
He's good on the hot mic.
Mm-hmm.
And B, he's a magician,
Yeah.
which we kind of touched upon in the Halloween episode. But since it was a Halloween episode, I wanted to keep it to Halloween talk.
Yeah.
I'd like to have him back on to talk about magic.
We should have talked about magic because Halloween. There's magic
guess
is
it's-
pretty spooky.
Yeah, it is kind of kooky.
I'm sure he's got some cool stories.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I want to have him on and like make his topic magic.
Yeah.
Like I need.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, because it would not be cool if it was Magic the Gathering,
Yeah.
but it's definitely
It's
cool.
like, yeah, my friend Chris is really into magic. We could have him on the show. Did I mention it's Magic the Gathering, the card game?
Yeah, it's like no. He's good, guys. You hear a guy who's not like famous is a magician, and you're like, ugh. He's good. I'm telling you, I've seen this guy levitate a table.
It's amazing,
and that's not hyperbole.
Before his
he made a table float in front of me.
It's pretty wild.
It was kooky. So yeah, we're gonna get him on the show.
Yeah,
again.
He could be on the 50th episode.
That's true, but the thing is, if we do all games, love to have him on. I don't have a problem with him ever being on.
Right.
But if we do all games, that again hinders the magic talk.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, right. It's got to be just a normal episode, I guess.
Yeah,
but he could still be on the 50th.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I think we're gonna do that 50th episode. Games.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. The Pan American Games? The Pod American Games.
Pod American Games, folks.
That's what we're going to call it. I'm going to let the dog out real quick.
All right.
Riff a little bit.
Is there anything, any news to talk about? We got a little sneak preview of the Switch. Talk about that.
We can talk Switch. Switch is exciting. You excited about the Switch, Noah?
I'm excited about it.
I'm a lifelong Nintendo fan. I love Nintendo.
Yeah.
Felt a little burned by the Wii U, to be honest. Great.
I don't blame you.
Great games, but like no third-party support.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So this morning, Switch pre-orders went up this morning. Went to GameStop.
Yeah.
And I traded all my Wii U stuff in.
Yeah.
And I'm getting a Switch. It's paid off.
It's exciting.
Like all the trade credit went to it. So I'm getting a Switch and Zelda.
Yeah.
And I had like trade credit left over. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be sweet. Hopefully they put Smash out on the Switch.
Yeah.
Because I would like to have Smash. Smash was the only reason I was hanging on to my Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that,
Smash is good.
I
I guess they're going to make a new Smash for...
I don't think they're going to make a new one.
You don't think so?
No. I think they're basically... With Mario Kart, they're putting it out. They're calling Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the same game, but with all the DLC.
Yeah.
And like all of that packed in, and a few new characters like that weren't DLC characters.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're basically going to do the same with Smash.
I would be surprised.
Just like Smash Deluxe.
There was a lot of DLC.
There was a lot of DLC. So like
Smash.
I would be down for that because the only DLC character I got was Mewtwo.
Yeah.
So I'd be into having Cloud. Cloud is still the weirdest addition.
Cloud is weird. Bayonetta's kind of weird. Shulk was weird, but I guess it makes sense now that they're doing Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah, Xenoblade has become a Nintendo exclusive property,
which is nice.
Which is fine.
It's
I didn't play the first one.
The first one's amazing. I highly recommend it.
But I did like X.
X was fun.
It was fun. It was a fun gameplay loop, but it was
kind of just like an average RPG.
Yeah, like I didn't think the story was good at all, really. But I liked it. Taking down huge monsters with weapons was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. So
the monsters are pretty cool in that game.
Yeah, it's definitely cool character design for sure. For shizzle.
Yeah.
I mean the new Mario looks great. Mario Odyssey.
It does look pretty cool.
It looks like they're kind of going back to what do you call it? Mario Sunshine, where it's like Mario Sunshine. The whole concept was putting Mario in non-Mario situations.
Yeah,
like he's at the beach and stuff.
Really interesting.
Yeah, so like this game, he's just in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's called something different, but it just is New York City.
Right, it's just like a big city with humans.
So Mario's in the Big Apple, which is exciting.
Kind of weird looking, but
it's definitely weird looking.
I'm interested.
It kind of looks like Mario GTA. Yeah, it's like.
Yeah,
that would be dope.
Be nice.
Yeah, Mario can beat up some hoes.
That would be fun.
I'd be into that. Zelda looks amazing. I guess Zelda's also going to be on Wii U, but it's like not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you don't pre-order Zelda on Wii U, you're not going to get Zelda on Wii U.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it probably won't be near as good quality.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's not going to run well on Wii U.
Yeah.
I hope that's not the case.
It looks huge.
Yeah, it looks massive.
Yeah.
And that was honestly the selling point for me. I kind of feel like people are thinking Nintendo's going to get the third-party support they've always needed.
Right.
kind of feel like they're not. Like I don't trust them to. Because here's the thing: if they don't get every third-party game, they're done.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they have to get everything, and it's like they've never really had Red Dead support, or they've never really had Rockstar support.
Yeah.
And if they don't get Red Dead 2, they're done.
Yeah, a lot
You
of
know what I
people
mean?
are gonna. Yeah,
Um,
these consoles are expensive.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but for me, I was like, since I traded in, I didn't actually buy it. I just traded toward it. I was like, if all I really get is the new Zelda that I can play anywhere,
yeah,
it was worth it to me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
because Zelda looks amazing.
yeah, it looks really good.
Like Zelda alone is enough to make me want to buy it.
yeah,
An entire system.
an entire system. Yeah. I was surprised with the price point too. 300,
300 is decent.
reasonable for what it is.
Yeah.
I think. Like,
I think so too.
I'm not too crazy with the about the hard drive. It's 30
Yeah,
they're
that
going
was
32
it is
gigabytes
really
again.
small.
which is like PS3 and Xbox or PS4 and Xbox One are both 500 gigabytes.
Right.
So it's like, really, you're doing
Yeah.
32 gigabytes? And I think they said Zelda, if you download it, like not the cartridge, if you download it, is 13 gigabytes.
Really?
So it's like
That's like
that's almost half of the
your
half of the hard drive.
storage. That's pretty wild.
Yeah. So I don't know. Zelda and Mario, and like those are the only two really that I kind of want.
Yeah.
Like Bomberman looks sweet.
Bomberman looks cool.
Are you a fan of Bomberman?
They announced Pokemon Stars, but I don't really know anything about that.
Have they actually announced that? Because I've heard that as a rumor.
I saw a list. It was
Okay.
in the list. I don't know if there was an official announcement or not because I didn't watch the.
I didn't
event.
actually watch it live either.
Yeah.
I just was reading about it at a show, so I didn't watch it live.
Gotta hit the mics.
Gotta hit the mics. That's right. Gotta get out there and grind. Life is very much like an RPG. That's why it's a role-playing game.
It's a lot like coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
You
grind.
gotta grind to enjoy it.
You gotta grind. But it's very much like an RPG. You level
Yeah.
up. I got 2 experience points in crowd work.
You explore new worlds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you've unlocked a new area.
New horizons. It's kind of true. Like when you're a kid, like you have to level up to advance to new areas.
Yeah, like you get the car driving skill.
Yeah.
You know what I
So
mean?
you can explore
Yeah.
all this around you.
Yeah, yeah.
Get out of that crib finally once you reach like level 5.
Yeah, exactly. Level 5. Yeah, your ages are... That's funny. Your ages are just levels.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like level 18. I can finally, buy fireworks and explode them.
By fireworks and guns.
Yeah, I've
I
unlocked.
think guns
that
are
ability.
16.
Is it really?
I think so.
Mm.
And that's pretty kooky. Like, here's the thing. I'm pro-gun. I
Yeah.
like guns. Guns are fun. But 16...
That's pretty young.
Am I wrong? Let me look that up. I think guns are 16.
I don't know.
And if that's true, come on. Oh, wait. Daniel responded. I said, Noah's coming, question mark. See what we got. He just said, yes, sir. Does he think he's picking you up?
I don't know. I hope not.
He might be at your house.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, we could call him.
I'll tell him to bring my.
Tell him to bring a DualShock.
Yeah. Bring a DualShock.
Did you text him?
I messaged him to come here to your house.
Tell him to bring a DualShock. Because a DualShock 4.
You should tell him.
trying to host this show.
A lot of interruptions so far.
I know, but there's there's a little more. I feel like I got a little more burden on my back. Gotta host,
Yeah.
and I'm not good at multitasking anyway.
I'm not either.
I'm actually pretty, for the layman, as the layman would say, pretty shit at it.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad at multitasking.
Yeah,
I've only
multitasking.
recently really realized that. Like I can barely like look down at my phone while driving.
Yeah.
Like some people like can map, like navigate, and like pick their songs and all that, and text people while they're
Yeah.
driving. It's not safe.
It's definitely not safe.
But like if I glance,
They've actually said that looking at your phone while driving is more dangerous than driving drunk.
really.
I've heard that, and
I
it's
mean, I understand that.
and I've heard that because when you're driving drunk, obviously I'm not promoting driving drunk. It's
Right.
still very dangerous.
Pretty dangerous.
But when you're driving drunk, you're still like trying to focus on the road.
Yeah.
But when
Yeah.
you're like texting, you're like literally looking down. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So it's like
But like for me, like if I get like a text while I'm driving and like I glance at my phone, I'll all of a sudden be in like the wrong lane, and then I'll like I don't know, like I just get all discombobulated when I have to multitask at all, pretty much.
I'm pretty bad at it. I can multitask with like certain things, but for the most part I can't.
Yeah.
Like potting and texting. Forget about it.
Yeah, I'll just forget like my train of thought.
Yeah.
If I start texting somebody.
That's why it'd be nice to have like a producer that could just fact check us. 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes I'm just saying something and it's not true at all.
Yeah.
And it's like someone's hating me as they're listening to this. I assume
Yeah.
everyone hates me anyway.
Yeah. It's a fair assumption.
But especially for me. So that's a solid fair assumption. But yeah, I'm excited about the Switch, man.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be good.
I'm excited too. I need to save
I'm on the
up,
road a lot too, so I'm just like,
play some mobile games.
yeah, I do play a lot of mobile games. Got the Vita. Got the 3DS.
Good systems, both good systems.
Yes. Have you actually played a Vita?
I think I've played yours,
Okay, yeah.
but I don't own one.
When did you play mine? It's like, I don't yeah, Vita's a great system. It's underrated.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, like, it doesn't have much support, really, but like all the indie games still come to it. And there's no place I'd rather play all the indie games, honestly, than the Vita, because it's like, a lot of them feel like mobile games anyway, as opposed to like console games. So it's like, I'd rather play Rogue Legacy on my Vita than on the old telly, the old boob tube.
Yeah.
You know,
It's too casual to just.
Exactly. Yeah. Why do they call it the boob tube? The TV.
Not really sure.
I'm not sure either.
Maybe if you have basic cable and you're up late watching like
Skinamax,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
XXX with Xander Cage. That's my favorites.
Looking forward to the new Triple X.
Oh, dude, I'm very excited. I've never seen that movie. Dude, the thing is, like, every kid definitely turned to watch the TV movie of it when they were like 12 because they thought it was like porn.
Triple X.
They're like, Triple X,
TV.
I can get into this. It's a slam dunk though for the like porn industry because they don't even have to, like, when they want to make the parody.
Yeah.
They don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
They don't have to change the title.
It's in the name already.
Yeah. They don't. I mean, it's not hard to cast that.
Yeah.
You just get a muscular bald man.
Pretty much.
Any muscular bald man looks like Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you know Vin Diesel's real name?
Is it Vincent?
No, I'm going to look it up. I heard it recently, and I was like, yeah, I know why he calls himself Vin Diesel. Because I was always like...
That's a cool name.
It's a pretty dope name. And he's a masculine man. Like, I'm not trying to take anything away from him.
Yeah.
But his real name is none too masculine. Mark Sinclair.
Mark Sinclair.
Not great.
Not a good movie name.
Definitely not a good movie name. Where do you get Vin Diesel from, though?
Yeah, that's a good question.
You know what I mean?
There was a story behind Sting's name. Like, I think he always had a striped sweater that he would wear or something like that.
Okay.
And people started calling him Sting to like a bumblebee.
He's a... He started calling himself Sting because he's a big wrestling fan.
Is that
And
a
he's
wrestler?
just like... Sting's also a wrestler. Just gonna let that one sit there.
Float like a butterfly, sting like Sting.
Sting like Sting. Trying to get Noah into wrestling, guys.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually.
We'll get there. You already like comics,
There's a lot to get into.
and you're so close.
Yeah,
Like, if you like comics, wrestling is a live action comic book.
I could get into that.
Yeah, like basically, like honestly, I maintain.
But then again, comic book movies are basically.
Well, that's the thing.
comics.
I maintain. Some people have cried foul when I've said this, but people who are not wrestling fans.
Yeah.
I maintain that it's more a live action comic book than the comic book movies.
I can see that because a lot of times,
Yeah.
these big Hollywood studios do not do a very good job of staying true to the source material.
Yeah. But it's just like the way like the stories are paced too. Like it's serialized, just like comics.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? There's like, it's very cut and dry, like good versus evil. There's like a big return is always like an event. You know
That's
what I
cool,
mean?
yeah.
There's like cross promotional because they have Raw and SmackDown. There's like cross promotional big events like Civil War and
So
stuff.
it was like that's cool.
You know what I mean? It's like it's very like.
So it was like a returning like wrestler, kind of like when they restart an arc or something. Like
Kind of. It's like when they
Like the
bring
New
back a
52.
character. You know when they bring back a character you haven't seen in forever?
Yeah.
That's like the same as like in the Royal Rumble when Edge just comes back and it's like, fucking Edge! I haven't seen Edge in forever. You know what I mean? It's the same like thing.
sounds pretty cool.
But it's happening in front of your eyes.
Sounds rad.
There's no reading involved. And if I can take my love for comic books and take my disdain for reading.
Just subtract the reading.
Yeah,
chore.
subtract the reading.
It's really a chore.
I actually do like reading, but it's fun to. It's a classic joke to say you don't like reading.
Yeah. It's probably the most classic joke.
Actually, it might be. All right. I'm going to give you one more riff sesh.
All right.
I'm going to let this dog in. The door's pretty close, but this dog, he's pretty demanding.
It's been a good episode so far. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Thanks for listening. 48. Big number. Getting close to 50. 50 is going to be a good one.
50's going to be good. We're going to try to get a big cast together.
This episode is more of a anticipation for 50
Yeah.
than anything.
That's what a lot of things do, though.
Yeah.
Like, you get, like,
It's the golden episode.
in between, you'll get, like, 4 or 5 good episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just like, guys, we got a big event coming up. You need to... Dude, 49 should just be the whole time us just being like, 50's going to be good,
50's
guys.
going to be good.
Yeah.
Can't wait for 50.
I'm very excited for 50. But do you want to get into a game?
I kind of do.
Okay,
I've been
so-
eyeballing this game.
Yeah, it's great. I heard, full disclosure, they didn't make it up either. But I heard about this game on my favorite podcast, Tell 'em Steve Dave.
Yeah.
They a fan sent it to them. It's called Roll-A-Roll. I just wanted to say full disclosure, so no one was like, "Oh, you're ripping off." No,
Yeah.
I heard about it on Tell 'em Steve Dave. It's a board game. The game's called Roll-A-Roll. It's this weird religious 1970s game that puts you in scenarios where you just need to role play, and basically with dice you roll a roll.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be in scenarios, and we're going to be acting them out, and we'll just go until it feels right, until it feels like a stopping point.
Sounds like a good podcast game.
Yeah, it's a really good podcast game. I've already played it with my family, and it's excellent. So basically, let me. All right, riff while I put this together, Noah.
All right.
One more riff session.
Now, the box is the box like part of the game because it's got words on it, and I feel like I'm on the spot here. You know.
The box does have words on it. So I'm basically putting together 2 large dice.
Oh, these are dice. Okay.
These are dice, yes. So one is red and one is blue. And the dice give you the person you're going to be.
This game looks super old school.
It is old school. It's 1970s. I had to buy this off eBay. They do not produce this game anymore.
Extremely apparent that it's from the 70s.
Yeah, it's very, very 1970s. Okay, so basically, these cards. Let me see. Okay, so these cards give us the scenario.
Okay.
You see the cards?
Yeah.
So you can be blue.
All right.
I'll be red. So you roll the dice on here.
Okay.
And this is where it's taking place.
All right.
So I think you're supposed to. We both roll, and then we add the number, and that's where it's taking place. One of us can just roll on.
These are pretty large dice.
They're large dice. So the dice tells you the person that you are.
Okay.
The cards are the scenario, and the board is where the scenario is happening, basically. And it's all of the scenarios are crises of some sort.
Okay.
Right. So we're just going to be.
Oh, so the numbers added together from
Yeah.
our dice, or
No, from where actually it is the dice, I think. Yeah, you're right.
okay.
So so I'll roll. I'm a blind boy. So and it's number 5. So now
Okay.
you roll.
All right, Red's
Red's girl.
Red's
So I'm
girl.
a blind boy and you're my girl. And 7, we're in the park. So I'm a blind boy. You're my girl. We're in the park.
Does that mean your daughter or your lover?
How do you want to take it? It's your call, really.
Well, let's hear the scenario.
Okay, so the scenario is Blue, which is you. Blue credits his/her good health and vitality to proper food and daily exercise. Blue invites Red to go jogging. Red is lazy, snacks between meals, and prefers loafing to any other form of exercise. So, I mean, I'll give you the lead on this one, buddy.
I guess I'll be the girlfriend.
We're in the park, so that makes sense for jogging.
I'll be your girlfriend then.
Okay, yeah, that would, yeah. You're concerned about my health because we're dating.
So wait, we just role play it from here?
You just role play. There is a timer. I'm not sure where the timer went, but there is a timer. I think they want you to go for like 2 minutes, but we'll just go until it feels right.
All right.
So just start us off, buddy.
All right. Everything again. I am Red's girlfriend. Red is a blind boy.
I'm a blind boy.
And I'm a healthy girl
Yes.
because of daily exercise and a good diet.
Yes.
I want you to go jogging with me, but unfortunately you are lazy.
I loaf around.
And yeah, a loafer.
I'm a loafer.
So we're at the park.
Okay.
All right, Red, come on. I know, I understand you're blind.
Well, it is
no
a beautiful
excuse.
day. At least I can feel the beautiful day. I cannot physically see it, but
Your impaired vision is no excuse for your inability to get up and get around.
well, it is actually in a way. I can walk pretty well with a cane, but I do find running pretty difficult.
Honey, our anniversary last week, I got you a dog that would help you out with.
I'm supposed to run with the dog?
With your mobility. I expect you to. The dog's in good shape.
I wish. I'll tell you what I wish you'd do.
It's a stout,
I wish you'd get me a saddle for the dog,
strong,
and I could kind of ride it
mastiff
around.
dog.
Now, I'll concede that I could clean up my diet a little bit.
Mm-hmm. You definitely could.
Well, I don't appreciate that little gut punch.
I know your other senses may be advanced because your blindness.
My senses are heightened. I'm essentially Daredevil.
Your taste buds.
I'm the Daredevil of Virginia, and I can read newspapers with my hands.
I know everything probably tastes
and
amazing.
I am good with my hands, and you know that.
You could cut back on the eating.
So if you want to keep this, wild stallion, you might want to quit lipping.
All I'm saying is you should exercise more.
You've got a good point. I see your side, and while I think running may be out of the equation due to tripping and things of that nature, if you get me an elliptical, I will consider it.
All right. Maybe next year.
Maybe. All right.
That's a good
the game. It's a great game. So I think blue is going to be the one that always leads.
Okay.
So we'll switch the roll here.
Sure, that works.
We'll do 3 rounds. How's that sound?
That's perfect.
So I'll roll because I think blue in general is the lead on the cards.
It's a good improv.
Yeah, it's definitely
game.
You got to yes and me. So I'm a neighbor lady.
All right.
And Noah is a blind boy.
Blind boy? Should we do blind boy again?
You can roll again if you'd
All
like.
right.
It's not a huge deal. They're hard to roll.
Ooh, even better.
Okay, neighbor lady in person in wheelchair, and we're at a laundromat.
Okay.
So you're running into me basically, because we are neighbors, but we're at the laundromat.
So we're meeting here at the laundromat.
So Red is very shy and has no close friends. Makes sense.
I'm in a wheelchair.
Red asks Blue why this is true. Blue wants Red to have friendships and tries to build up his/her confidence. So I'll start since you started last time.
Okay.
But I'll just get us into the no friends
All right.
scenario.
So I'm here doing laundry.
Yeah. Darren, it's good to see you. I see that you're doing a little laundry here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's good. I see you're washing currently the blankets that you usually have over your legs.
Gee whiz, Mrs. Carmichael. Are you here to make fun of me like the other kids?
Well, I'm not trying to make fun of you. I just know you looked a little cold. I saw you shivering.
Well.
But what the other kids? Are they rude? What's the deal?
Well, I don't know if you noticed. I'm in a wheelchair.
Yes, I did actually notice.
Due to a terrible spinal accident.
What was the accident? I wasn't aware. I thought it was a birth defect. of some sort.
See, that's what the kids say.
Okay.
They make fun of my legs because they don't work.
Yes.
I was shot in the back.
Really?
With a gun.
Really? Is that what happened to your parents as well? Are
Yeah.
they face down in the gutter?
Yes. That's why I'm here doing my own laundry.
Okay.
I rolled down here.
You rolled. Well,
my
it's
home.
good that the laundromat's at the bottom of a hill.
Yeah, the trip back is nothing to brag about. It's a very hard time.
Well, I wouldn't mind giving you a ride if that's what you need.
Could you?
I could definitely give you a ride. Actually, are you looking for a friend?
Yeah.
Daniel!
Daniel's coming on.
We're wrapping up. But
It's a good stopping point.
Percy. I'm having a bit of a luncheon this weekend at my house.
That sounds really nice.
If you wanted to, it actually would be more of a one-on-one luncheon. It would just be me and you, but there will be finger foods provided. Some hors d'oeuvres.
Okay.
If you'd be prone to come to that,
Yeah.
that'd be nice.
This is Carmichael. I don't. I might stay home.
Well, why's that? It seems like you don't have any other plans.
Well, I don't know. I have internet friends. I think I scheduled something with them, actually.
Okay, you got some wow going on.
Nah,
in
it's
the
really none
basement?
of your business, Mrs. Carmichael. I think I'm
Okay,
gonna
well,
finish doing my laundry here.
well, I hope you left a red sock in the whites. That's all I gotta say.
Gee whiz.
Gee whiz. Do you want to get since Daniel Royals just walked up, great guy, former guest.
It's Daniel.
You want to do a round with Daniel?
Yeah.
I'll explain the game. Okay. So this game is called Roll a Roll. It's a game to help people understand other people's situations. Essentially. So.
I'll let you be red.
So you each, yeah.
Hey, hang on, wait. Before we get started, I haven't seen you in a long time.
It's been a very long time.
Did you break your back?
I screwed it up. It's not broke, though.
Okay.
This is weird with no extra mic. No, it's not your fault.
Yeah. But yes, I did hurt it.
All right, we'll
Just kind of worried.
we'll do a round with you and Daniel, and then cut the show.
All right. Sure.
So here's the game. Okay. You each have a dice that they're large dice. It's a big dice.
They're large.
They give you a person that you're going to be. Okay.
Oh, I like this.
This is where
Little role play.
this is where you're going to be in the situation, and the card gives you a scenario. So you guys are going to have to role play a little bit and try to understand each other's side of the story, and that's essentially the game. So
I don't really get it, but I'll figure it out as I go.
yeah.
All right. So I'll roll. I'm an elderly man.
Okay.
Now you roll. And you're a mother person? Oh, wait.
Other person.
I think it's side.
the person's mother, so you're the elderly man's mother.
Oh, so would I be dead?
Oh, geez, yeah.
So I'm just dead.
If you want to be dead.
Because, well, it'd be really old.
So I could just like be talking to my mom's ghost.
Well, let's see the situation.
All right.
So Blue is very concerned about the future of the Earth and constantly preaches ecology.
Okay.
What
is that?
I'm dead, so I know, actually. I'm like in heaven or hell.
So Red ignores ecological problems and is seen throwing a gum wrapper on the ground.
All right. You could be little girl then.
Okay.
Yeah, be a little girl.
All right.
I'm a little girl. That's better.
Dude, elderly man heckling a little girl. Perfect.
All right.
So
So Blue starts, and I'm mad because you threw a what? Gum wrapper on?
Gum wrapper.
Missy, what? How dare you? This is, in the state of this world, you're gonna go and litter.
Well, I'm wearing really tight pants, with no pockets, nowhere to put trash. I'm just gonna throw it. Doesn't matter. The environment isn't shit.
I noticed those tight pants from earlier, but that's beside the point. I want you to pick up that
You're
piece
too
of.
young for me.
I want you to pick up that piece of trash off the ground.
No, you bend over. You get it.
I would like you
You
to
just want me to bend over.
That-
You've just been looking at me this whole time.
look at the state of this world. Trump was elected president, and he doesn't care about ecology at all. This world is becoming a trash world, and you're not helping. Now, I demand you to pick it up right this moment.
Nah.
and scene.
Pretty solid.
That's great. I liked it. That's the show.
That's a fun game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really fun game. That's the show, everybody. Thank you for listening. Share the pod with a friend. That's how it grows. So share it with a friend. Follow me on Twitter @UnclePage. Thank you for listening.
Pull up some more Richie Reezy.
Yeah, Noah's pulling up some Richie Reezy.
Yeah, I've seen that.
We use
It's
it for
good.
it's pretty it's
He's-
pretty royalty
he's,
free, so we use it a lot for
Our friend is SoundCloud certified, so.
But yeah,
Apparently.
like
Yeah, he's like a star next to his name.
smash that subscribe button on YouTube.